So most of us, we all do our daily practices. So when we refer to daily practices, what we normally do is like reading some sadhanas, the script, prayer script, and getting up early in the morning, paying respect to temple or in your altar room, in your shrine room, making some offerings and stuff like that. Of course, this is also one of the practice, but the real practice which we really need to apply in our day-to-day life is we have to put all the teachings that you have received from your teacher, or that you have read in your the books. So what actually it says is you have to be kind, you have to be more patient, stuff like that. So there are a lot of things which actually means you have to focus on positivity or positive activities, and you have to avoid all the negative activities, and you have to be always mindful because our monkey mind is always distracted, always in something else, so that's why we have to be always mindful. So applying it in our day-to-day life is like, first of all, most of people have their own kind of surroundings. Some have friends, family members, or you're in relationship with somebody else. So which means that a lot of things that you need to deal in your day-to-day life, such as in your working place or inside your family members, because most of the things that we see from outside, it looks very beautiful, it looks very pretty, and like some of people think always, or maybe he or her family is perfect, he's happier than me, she's happier than me. So we always have this comparison mind. So eventually, so long you are in this samsara, so you are actually human being, which you have to go through all the cycle of karma, and you have all the emotions, which is very normal, and it's a nature of human being. So therefore, equally, I think we all have all sorts of problems in our day-to-day life, and it's not what we see from far. So actually the changes that we have to really bring is from ourselves, that we have to really focus on our situation, and we have to always maintain, or you can say balance, your relationship with your family, your wife, your children, your colleagues, and so this is actually a practice that you have learned in your teachings, because people prefer to have peace of mind, and most of the people, they like to listen to teachings. It's kind of like when you are stressed, most people, they like to go to pub, they like to go and listen to some jazz music, or they just want to relax themselves, and then they distract themselves. So in the same way, these days a lot of people, they like to attend a lot of different teachings. So what we actually do is, we always of course it's always nice to listen to nice things, and it's not that teachings are not important. It is really important, but it is really important to apply it in our day-to-day life. So therefore, you receive teachings, and same time you should apply it in your day-to-day life means you really have to deal with it with positive thoughts, positive actions, because it's not just about offering to your shrine nicely, and to all the things that you have to do as a traditional Buddhist practitioner, like do prostrations. We do have people that who does all kind of traditional things because they have been doing it, because they followed up this tradition since from the young age. They are very much influenced by their parents, and what happens is when it comes to the situation that you really need to apply it in your daily routine or situations, so we always forget about these things, and then we really don't really apply it. So you have to watch out your negative mind, because even though you think you are a perfect one, and even though you are not if you think that you are worse than your neighborhood or your friend or your anyone else that who you always compare yourself, I'm pretty sure that each one of us have our own kind of situations in life to face with it. So we have to be very mindful with our thoughts, with our actions. So because for myself, like I'm now like talking about all these things, it's nice to listen to it, I'm sure, but it doesn't mean that I'm completely perfect, that I don't get angry, I don't have emotions, it's not like that. So everybody have emotions, so we have to balance with it, because when you are focusing on your spiritual practices, and there will be some third party or like your family member or anybody else that who are not very happy with it. So there are some Dharma practitioners that who really become very extremist, they are just beginner and then they're very excited, Sometimes I think this kind of thing also brings negative thoughts, negative result or fruitions. So that this is all depend on us. So that's why I'm saying that you have to balance this. It is important to have spiritual practices in your day-to-day life, but you also shouldn't give up your responsibility as a father, as a husband, as a wife, as a mother. So that's why you have to bring these teachings, with all the people that who are surrounded to you. So that's how it actually begins, the Dharma practices.